What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lioness Say So One-on-One with me, your host Seronka the Lioness. And yes, like some of you know, I had taken a short trip to Europe, and I'm here to tell you my story because a lot of guys out here are telling me, "Wow, Seronka, tell us what happened in Europe. Seronka, what's up? What's up? What's up?" So here is what's up. So sorry guys, I know that I haven't had time to come up here, but of course, Najwa, every time you go somewhere, you have to come back home and readjust your life, and it is what it is. So here I am. So guys, let's start from the airport. Of course, I had to go to JKIA, have my visa checked, my passport. You know, you have to go through the passport control, and then now you have to go wait in some lounge there, and then boom, you're told to go into the flight because I went with Egypt Air, and it was very cool. So it was around like 4 a.m. in the morning, if I'm not wrong. Now guys, hey, so I was making a transit through Egypt. So I got Egypt. I kind of saw, you know, like, okay, at night when you're flying, you know, you can't really see anything. It's clouds, but when you like on the ascend or descend, you can see some stuff. So we were getting to Egypt at around 8 o'clock. There was a bunch of other Kenyans with me, of course. People were going to different places. I think Egypt is a transit country or something. So hey, we get there. Of course, people that don't speak good English, so I was asking, where's this terminal, where's this terminal? And guys were like, oh yeah, here it is, nini nini. And I get there, and I'm waiting for my flight from the transit flight, I was getting it from like around 11. So just by the time I get to the Egypt Air counter at Cairo airport, I was already it was already time to board the plane. So we boarded the plane, and there were other people, of course. This time not everyone who was a Kenyan there. I think maybe I was like the only Kenyan there who was going to Frankfurt. And so we got in, we went. They served some pretty cool food. Of course, I didn't see alcohol, for those people who are wondering. Huko hakuna pombe. So, and when we were coming to the descent, sasa tunaingia Germany, unaona there were a lot of two houses together, different places, different two houses. It's like a small village. I didn't know that's a thing actually. Funny thing in Germany, their places are the towns, they have small villages, and not thinking the village you're thinking about at Yakahat, Akakaboma there to keep your cows. No way. It's a village that, okay, these villages, funny thing, I hear they go back 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, as in it's, and if you look at every single village, there's a probability it's next to a source of water. So that's a thing I noticed. So basically, of course, there were people who were living there 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, but the houses are cool. Okay, and here's another thing I noticed about those villages is that the church, nothing can go on top of the church, as in the church has to have the highest building there. So I was just wondering, you know, like these old school kind of houses, and I was told, yes, you can renovate them, but you cannot like destroy the structure. You have to maintain the cultural thing. Yeah, so pretty cool, don't you think so? So I landed at Frankfurt airport. Of course, you know, you have to go through the process. The first thing, when you're just out at the plane there at the hangar, there are two cop women who are standing there. Of course, they have their uniforms and everything. They're written Polizei, police. Police. To me it looked like Polizei, but actually it's Polizei. So those ladies, they ask English or Deutsch, and I'm like, English or Deutsch? I'm like, English. They're like, oh, what is the purpose of you coming to Germany? Of course, I stated my purpose there, so they let me pass. Huh, you guys, I was seeing some places to go to, you know, to luggage claim. I walked. So like I was just getting now frustrated because I'm not getting to the luggage, of course. And then this time I had to pee, you know. Me, on funny thing, airplane toilets don't work for me. I think they're too small. Honestly, they're kind of small for me, you know, big girl. So I got there, and So there was a lady, a white lady there. She was very nice. She was super nice to me. I asked her, where's the luggage claim? She's like, oh, by the way, we've come from the same flight with you. Of course she notices me because I was like one of the black people there, you know. And I was like, okay, yeah. So we go. We get to luggage claim, and I take my luggage. Of course, I only had one pink suitcase, so it was pretty easy to pick out. And now here I am in Frankfurt. My Safaricom line is not working, my telecom line is not working, and I have to communicate, of course, with my host, the person who is picking me up. So funny thing, so I asked them, what is your Wi-Fi password? And those guys looked at me like, just log into the Wi-Fi, get into the airport network, and be able to communicate with the person who's speaking you. So I was like, okay. So I logged in. Then, like, of course, I called my host. I went there. They were already there waiting for me. They came a bit earlier, and you know, of course, I had a very good reception, and we started driving from Frankfurt to the south where I was supposed to be staying. That's a small town called Weiblingen. So we're driving, and I'm just looking around, and I'm seeing how beautiful this place is. Of course, I was a bit disoriented because it's a new country. Of course, now I'm already feeling like, huh? You know. And I was, you know, the first thing I noticed about Germany, there is no litter, literally. Like, I was looking for litter. Like, you know, my host was telling me, I told you this place doesn't have litter. And I was like, of course, everywhere has litter. But I was looking at it, and I don't see litter. And I was like, okay, so you guys really keep your streets clean. And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, it's true, yeah. And then, of course, we're driving, because from Frankfurt to where I was, it's like a 2.5 hour drive. We're just driving and everything. And I was just feeling like really, I was trying to adapt to the environment and everything. So we get to a small mini mart. We buy some food, and of course, the first thing, you know, people are looking at me a lot. I was thinking maybe it's because of my wig or anything, but the fact that you're black, you know, you're foreign to these people, so they're looking at you like, you know, the way when white people come to Kenya, we look at them, or people who like never see white people. So that's how we are to them too, because they're wondering, okay, yeah, but it's not a bad thing. Of course, you get a few looks in there, and you know, like, it was okay. So we did the shopping, and we went home. I freshened up, and we took a walk to the small village down there. And I remember I was having dinner, and I had spätzle. A special, it's a special, it's calf, it's like a calf, a baby cow's meat. It's very tender, coated with some stuff and some vegetables. First time to eat that, honestly, I was just impressed. Of course, I had some wine, the good wine, you know, the good kind of wine that if you take it, you don't feel the gag thing, or you feel like you're getting sick. That kind of wine was very good. I was like, wow, I love this country already. Now, coming down, of course, it was a bit daytime, you know, because there, I remember the sun goes down at around maybe 9 o'clock. So, like, we were walking down. I had my jacket on, of course, and then we were walking down to the restaurant in the village. And I remember it was not cold. Now, I just felt like I want to go outside. Now, after dinner, I wanted to go outside a little bit. So, I am telling you, it was cold. It was so cold. Like, I was like, what just happened, you know? And this is not the kind of coldness that you can shake it off. This is the kind of coldness, if you're not wearing a jacket, you're really gonna feel it. Like, what? Okay, so of course, my host was telling me, you know what, we have to, like, you have to, you know, you have to always have a jacket on whenever you leave. It's something that I kept on forgetting. Now, afterwards, of course, we walked back home. I went and I slept. The next day, actually, I went to a small town called Karlsruhe. I think it's like an hour from where we were. Of course, I met up with some family, and we had some nice food. I had some pasta and goulash. Of course, I didn't know what that is, but it was pretty tasty. Some good wine, some good times, some good vibes, you know. One thing I noticed about Germany, it's very essential to have a car. There, you cannot just depend on public transportation and just buses, because if you don't know the language like me, you know, reading the train schedule, the bus schedules, and all that stuff, the taxis are pretty expensive. Hey guys, oh, by the way, one thing about the taxis in Germany, they are all Mercedes. Yes, Yes, and I'm not talking about old school Mercedes. I'm talking about new school Mercedes. That's a taxi. Yeah, I kind of felt it, you know, because honestly, I looked at the cars people are driving there. It's crazy. People are having some serious Audis. People are driving they're driving Audis. They're driving Porsches. They're driving you know, Volkswagens. They're driving what I saw this car by Elon Musk. Why do I keep on forgetting it? Yeah, it comes back to me. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, so guys, a Tesla. People are driving Teslas, and I'm not talking about just these Teslas. I'm talking about the Teslas. You look up their prices online, you see it's around maybe over 10 million, and you're thinking, this is someone's car. Okay, sawa. So of course, you know, like, I'm not here to talk about my gigs or anything. I'm just here to give you guys a personal experience, because like you guys know, I don't like talking about my music career on my talk show. So that Saturday, I remember we had an outing. We went to a nice club called it was called OMG. I'm telling you, first of all, to enter, guys, it is 15 euros. Yes, I'm not even going to mess with you. It's 15 euros. Like, what? Like 2K kuingia kwa club. I mean, you guys, can you imagine? You just pay 2,000 to go in, and this is a club. There's no one like there. Like, there's nothing special going on. It's just a basic entrance fee. But right before we went to OMG, we had dinner at a Greek restaurant. Now, guys, let me tell you about this Greek restaurant. So they serve pretty much good food, and then they give you shots. They give you shots of some certain minty kind of some minty it's like vodka. So me, you know, I'm there, I'm having my dinner. This bartender keeps on coming, giving me a shot, and me, I don't know, this thing can kick in anytime. So I started resisting, but it was pretty cool. The most memorable thing about this Greek restaurant, guys, is because it reaches a time where guys throw napkins, you know, like they throw serviettes. About hundreds and hundreds of serviettes. You're literally walking on the floor, and you can't even feel the floor beneath you. As in, the serviettes are they're yay high from the floor, so you can trip anytime. And I heard it's a Greek tradition, apparently, when that's when it's like a sign that the party is about to start. I was like, huh, okay. Then I'm like, who's gonna clean up all this napkin? You know, like, who's gonna clean it up? And I'm like, oh no, it's a thing. So the restaurant all of a sudden turned into a party spot, and guys were just partying. You know, there so many young people there. It's not a cheap place, by the way. It's a place you cannot just go until you walk in. You have to set a reservation. Of course, I have amazing friends in Germany who set up a reservation just for me. Then afterwards, we walked a little bit. Then we went to a club, and I'm telling you, this club, first of all, me, I do not know these people. I was partying with a paint like this, you know. And the first thing is we order like a bottle of champagne, a big Moet, and it's like around maybe 300 euros. And I was like, what, how much? That's over 30K, you know. And it comes, you know, lighting this amazing, beautiful German girl is serving us, and everything was just cool. We partied, of course. It was so amazing. I had such a great time, man. You know, of course, I was limiting my drinking because I was still getting used to the culture there and everything. But trust me, people there party. I'm telling you, another bottle of wine came, another bottle of champagne, water. They give you snacks that are in fruit form. You know, they bring pineapples, they bring grapes, they bring a lot of stuff for you guys. I'm telling you, it was just a great experience. Now going home, apparently our designated driver got a bit so what we had to do is we had to take a taxi home. And apparently a taxi from where we were at Stuttgart until where I was staying in Weiblingen is around maybe almost 100 euro. Yeah, 10k a cab. I need you to just like, you know, swallow that, you know, absorb that. 10k a cab. And you know, like the moment you just enter, there's like something next to the driver, it's just counting, and I'm telling you guys, it was mad expensive. I'm telling you, I was like just saying, wow, can't we just take the train home? But of course, past 11 o'clock there's no train. No, past 1 o'clock there's no train to go home. And guys, also like even before, I think I went too fast. I went to the town of I went to that Saturday still. I went and I went for a walk around Stuttgart, guys, and I saw this city is so beautiful. Of course, I was just mesmerized by how there are so many flowers around there. People are enjoying the sun, and me as a black person, the sun is not my friend, you know, because who wants to be Jamaican Najua? You see, come on, I already have the tan, you know. And it was so amazing, guys, and I'm telling you, I was just so impressed. Of course, that Saturday still I had my first train ride, you know, honestly, I've never been in an SGR here in Kenya. And I was like so mesmerized, you know, like how the train is so smooth. You get, you know, something that will take you like 30 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, you're there in 10 minutes, you know. It was so amazing. It was such a great experience, guys. And of course, you know, my friend let me buy my ticket for myself, and I was like pressing buttons and everything. Thank God at the train station they have an option for English. Now, guys, this is some of the lessons that I've learned, you know. First of all, if you're gonna go to Europe, carry warm clothes, and especially you have to check about which season you're going to Europe, because sababu you might carry light clothes like what we wear here in Kenya. We don't really need sweaters, maybe unless it's raining or the cold season, but it's very important to carry a sweater, maybe carry warm clothes, also carry all kinds of shoes. Don't only carry sandals, because I made a mistake. I carried mostly sandals because I love sandals, and also of course I bought some sneakers there. It was a good experience, by the way. I don't really like I don't really regret what I carried, but I wish I had been more prepared. Okay, another thing is, if you're gonna go to a foreign country, make sure you at least know the basics of their languages, on how to say hello, how to ask something. Because for me, one of the biggest problems I had in Germany is the language, you know, because not everybody speaks English, and some people are not comfortable speaking English. And that time maybe you need directions, or you need to ask something. So of course you have to be somebody who knows German. And you know, and also like I got to meet my niece and my nephew. I'm gonna hold back their names, but honestly I also got to see family that I haven't seen in a very long time. I haven't seen these kids since they were born, and it was a very good experience also to catch up with family. I had such a great time, you know, and I also bonded with a lot. I got to meet new friends, amazing new friends. Of course, no names here, but one thing I can appreciate is that I learned culture. I learned that people out there are balling. You know, people have so much but show so little. You know, it got me to think about, why do we overexpose ourselves? We buy something small, put it on social media. We do this, we put it on social media. It gave me a perspective of the fact that people have the sense of privacy. People value their privacy. And I think that's the one thing that has started to change in me, even when I got back home, is a sense of privacy, not putting everything out there. Guys, I know this is the first part of my experience in Europe. Basically, I'm gonna come back again with more parts of it. I'm gonna tell you guys about everything. I've not even started. Basically, I just want you guys to have a little bit of an idea through my experience, because I was living in one of the best places. I was hanging out with you know, guys who are not guys who are you know, yeah. So it was a good experience for me. I met a lot of interesting people. I met a lot of people who who, you know, people who have no idea even how Africa even is. You know, there's just a lot of things that I can't put all in one video, guys. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I've been your host, Seronka the Lioness, and this is part 1 of my experience in Europe. Make sure you catch part 2 very soon. Make sure you hit me with a comment, a like, and make sure if you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe. Until next time, guys. Oh, by the way, my social media handles are Lioness Empire Studios. This is for this talk show. Make sure you go on Instagram. It's also called Lioness Say So. And if you want to talk to me personally and you want to see my music as an artist, make sure you head on to Seronka Lioness. Guys, man, this has been such an experience. This has been such a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for everybody who has been supporting this talk show. Thank you to every artist, to every single person who has made time to come here. Guys, I really appreciate this, and I really am grateful. Until next time, I've been Seronka the Lioness, the host of Lioness Say So, and this is my experience in Europe, part 1. Until next time, God bless you. See ya. Bye.